Hi, sad boys, and welcome to our second Pop Goes playlist. If you remember last time, Pop Goes Metal went up against Pop Goes 90s Volume 2. We were both pleasantly surprised that Metal cleaned fucking house. We have a very metal playlist, but that will change when we pit Punk Goes Pop with the last album released in the series, Punk Goes Pop Volume 7. Over the span of 15 years, there have been 7 of these ones. If you forgot or didn't see what we're doing originally, we got a little bracket system here. And then at the end, we're going to have the most perfect playlist with the premium covers, the best of the best. Our number one pick, Dynamite Boy. If you remember Dynamite Boy saying TNT on our metal playlist, I want it that way, this way preferably. I've heard covers of this song before, but I feel like Dynamite Boy legitimately tried to bring different elements into it. They tried to be true to the structure of the song while also making it something they enjoy playing.
It was pretty good. Did not have the boy band voice, but I think I appreciated that.
It will be going against Stitches. Now I'm gonna have to look up some of what these songs are. Stitches is a song by Shawn Mendes.
You watch me bleed until I can't breathe, shaking, falling onto my knees.
Okay, I can vaguely make out what I believe the original song is. This feels very straightforward, very much like how New Found Glory covers their songs, but not really elevating it.
Or adding anything else to it. It was a good cover. They sounded great, but I can pretty much listen to the original and have the same experience.
Are you leaning more towards Dynamite Boy?
I do like Dynamite Boy. They added something to this cover that wasn't already there.
There is something about the rough qualities, and they feel like do give it a little bit of that punk feeling. They give it a little bit of that garage band feeling. I don't know how big Slick Shoes was. I don't know how big Candy was for Mandy Moore. I'm assuming it was a big hit.
Yeah, like you said, the song sounded a little compressed. It does have that kind of grittiness to it. It elevates it in a way that we weren't really expecting it to.
And that's what I like. Dance Gavin Dance.
Don't like Dance Gavin Dance.
It's a very sexual, very sensual band covering Bruno Mars Bar. Dance Gavin Dance, a band that is very competent in the musicianship, very competent on the instrumental side, but they never take themselves too seriously. This song is actually incredibly appropriate for them to cover. It feels to me that they're very self-aware that this is a dorky cover and they're just trying to have fun with it. Sure. The guitar work for me was really, really good.
If that music video was anything to go by and that was actually them putting it together, that's fucking funny, and I'll give it to them for creativity on that aspect of it.
That's what I like.
It grossed me out at first, but it won me over.
We have 1 and 1, one from Punk Goes Pop and one from Volume 7. Let's see if that changes with our number 3 pick, friends of the podcast, Yellow Card.
'Cause you're everywhere to me. When I close my
Despite all the shit that can be said about Yellow Card,
And there's a lot.
the band as a whole works really well in this cover. Much more so than the Smashing Pumpkins Today cover that we heard on Punk Goes 90s Volume 2.
Yeah, he's got that pop punk voice that is so perfect for this. I dig it. I didn't think I was gonna dig a Yellow Card song.
It'll be tough competition going against Gangsta.
I'm fucked up. I'm black and blue. I'm built
Pop single through the filter of Evanescence and 90s alternative metal. It's fine, it just does nothing for me. God damn it, Yellow Card. Let's get this party started.
Get this party started on a Saturday night. Everybody's waiting for me to arrive.
Now this is a fucking cover. You come in 2 minutes later, you get out sweating. I love it. This has always been one of my favorite cuts off of any of these Punk Goes albums. Now, on the opposite end of the spectrum, when I think of everything I dislike about Punk Goes Pop, safe, unimaginative covers of songs that they don't really want to be playing in the first place. This completely sucks out any of the sensuality and emotion that The Weeknd brings to the song.
And he brings a lot. This seems very, like, empty inside.
Let's get this party started is just, it's a tough one to beat even if you have a good song, but one that's just mediocre. Well, my prayers were answered with Rufio. I absolutely love this cover.
And you can tell they had fun while they played it. I legitimately love Madonna. Rufio captured the essence of Madonna, and they made it punk. I've never purposefully listened to Adele, so I will not recognize the song.
You look like a movie. You sound like a song.
Sure, it's competently made. Sure, it's produced well. There's low ends and high ends.
And Andy has a beautiful voice. Who would have thought?
But when it's boring as fuck, like all Adele, does it deserve a place on the playlist over a song that is one of the most enjoyable things to listen to ever?
No. But it wasn't fun, and I like fun.
It's just not fun. Chris Carrabba. I don't know if it's fair to put the job of 5 men onto one lonely guitarist. It's a cover. They did it. They covered the song. It's the song.
I thought it sounded good. It sounded just like NSYNC, but with real guitars instead of fake recorded ones.
'Cause if you like the way you look that much, so baby, you should.
I find these two albums the most interesting ones to compare because you have the start of the Punk Goes Pop, where it feels like it's a bunch of little touring bands just recording in their own time to try and put this album together. Then when you come to Pop Volume 7, it starts to feel like a very well-oiled machine. The production on it has incredibly increased. That slickness in production has also peeled away the edge in anything that's creatively interesting. Maybe by virtue of the songs they're covering, all kind of sounding the same. Like modern pop does all have that very similar sound. It might be a combination of these bands not being as excited to jump in on Punk Goes Pop. Maybe they were contractually obligated, and the song choices themselves just aren't that exciting.
The production value on the first one to this one is absolutely night and day. It kind of makes this Volume 7 boring. I do have an affinity to NSYNC. They were my favorite band as a child.
Let's do it. Let's do
So
it
we're
then.
gonna do it.
I crush on you. I hope you feel the way.
I do not recognize this song whatsoever, but I do have to say, it has a nice flow to it. I like how bouncy it is. A little different approach here. Fake love,
Ooh.
not so much a crush.
Ladies and gentlemen, you look like gold to me. You look gold to me.
What kind of world is it when we both prefer the Drake version over whatever the fuck is going on here?
I think I like Drake a little bit in small doses.
All right, so we're both in agreement right here that crushed it.
They did.
5 Punk Goes Pop songs in a row. Will Volume 7 be able to make a comeback? I don't know.
Is this because we do not prefer current music?
It captures that like spiritual hippie vibe.
Fades in and out kind of fucked me up. That was weird. I would love to know more about this band, but they don't
There's
exist
just
on the
nothing
internet.
to know.
You look- I'm such a sucker for hearing accents through songs.
It makes you
It
happy.
makes me so happy.
So you're saying heathens?
Yeah, I actually really dug this version of it.
And that's the point of this entire experiment. This entire bracket is for us to whittle down the best of the best. And once you get to volume 7 of Pop, you've used up most of your best. Let's see if Survivor will be one of the ones we pluck or knock out.
Pluck or plop.
It fulfilled the punk goes, but unlike Let's Get This Party Started, it was at the expense of kind of the flow of the song.
They should have picked up the speed.
One of my favorite cover songs outside of this series is Joyce Manor's Video Killed the Radio Star. They take the important, the essential parts of that song and utilize those in whatever way they want. They just get to the root of the song and make it 100% a Joyce Manor song. Some of these bands' approach in Punk Goes Pop, especially in Volume 7, is to just recreate the song part for part, but change the instrumentals below it.
I do think that the whole embodiment of the Punk Goes series is taking the song and making it yours.
Was it better or worse than our Survivor cover?
Worse.
Worse? I love how the starting line can definitely bring you back to that 2002 emo rock college scene.
So come on, let it go. Just let it be.
One of my least favorite trends in music in the past couple of years has been the very, very slow picking, or you get very slow piano, very... That's the thing, it's manipulative, right? You even commented while we were listening to this that the lyrics were fucking dumb. Because they are. You're not supposed to think about it. You're supposed to feel it because it's slow, it's soft.
They're singing it from right here.
And instead of giving me emotion, it pushes me away personally.
No, it gives me an emotion. It's annoyance. It's gentle mom.
Not only is it gentle mom rock, it's gentle country mom rock.
Oh.
Faith Hill. Feels out of place on this album, though. It's a beautiful ode to, I'm sure, the band's mother's favorite song, but...
Been sitting eyes wide open behind this four walls, hoping you'll come.
Ice Nine Kills, a band known for never ceasing to surprise. They're constantly reinventing themselves, which makes this very standard and bland cover disappointing. I don't know what we're doing here. I don't know what I'm supposed to get. Ice Nine Kills, I can't wait for the day they cover Taylor Swift. I thought their cover of Good Riddance, Time of Your Life, had more creativity in it.
Maybe your assumption that they do not give them very much creative free reign.
Or they started taking it away
Yeah.
over the years. Both these songs were kind of boring. So you're suggesting we just roll the dice?
Yeah, you roll for Ice 9 Kills and I'll roll for Keepsake, whoever rolls highest.
I rolled a 16. That's going to be tough to
Dang,
beat.
man.
And you rolled a 14.
That was a good contender.
As an official representative on behalf of Ink Nation, I appreciate a band with a sense of humor. And if you're going to cover a Britney Spears song as a serious grown-up punk rock band, you got to be able to do it a little tongue-in-cheek like. I can see some people being disappointed that they're not sincerely singing the song.
Why would you? It's
But why
Britney
would you?
Spears.
I know it breaks your heart. Moved to the city in a broke down car and
Congratulations to Seaway for being able to bring some sort of musicianship to a Chainsmokers song. That's something they can't even do.
The original song is like catchy just because it's everywhere, constantly playing. Actually, kind of like this version.
You like
I
this?
do.
because I want it all, or nothing at all. It's going
I can't quite place the original. Not sure if I've ever heard it. This cover sounded a little amateurish. That's the charm until it's not charming. It is going against our last contender from Punk Goes Pop Volume 7. Take the lead.
Oh gosh.
Take the lead.
I wish they would have done something different with the dubstep drop.
So it was not an improvement of the original song, is
No.
what you're saying. I think fundamentally, over the 15 years since Punk Goes Pop to Punk Goes Pop Volume 7, pop music has changed to such an extent that my affection for the songs individually and their uniqueness is no longer satiated by radio pop music of today.
Thought this one wasn't good.
But this one wasn't good. All or Nothing by Fake ID, by The Skin on Your Wrist. You fucking get into our playlist. Since that brings us to the end of Pop Goes Volume 7, these 4 automatically move on to our next round. We have our final playlist between Punk Goes Pop and Punk Goes Pop Volume 7. 4 Volume 7 songs that were better than the pop songs. So if we bring out our handy dandy bracket board, we just completed this bracket, and this playlist will go against the collected playlist between Punk Goes Pop Volume 2 and Punk Goes Pop Volume 6. Are you having fun?
Yeah.
Are you enjoying these?
I am.
There's some good stuff in here.
There's occasionally good stuff.
Thank you for watching. I'm Grayson Todd.
I'm Nyx.
Join us next time as we go over another nail-biting, edge-of-your-seat matchup of a Punk Goes album and another Punk Goes album to find out what are the most perfect covers created by this series. Stay swazzy, stay posy, listen to some good shit. I'll talk to you next time. Toodles.